So actually, you know what? Let's put that big. I want to see that. You don't want to see me. All right, so let's do this trailer right quick to Lanterns.
It's time to get up, Junior.
So, you're a space cop.
No, I'm just being trained.
All right, new lesson. Take the ring and fly.
Just fly.
I'm sorry. Fly, please. What's that?
You're the backup quarterback.
For now. What do you think is going on?
It's no accident we're here. These victims are gonna end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a feeling.
He has a feeling.
I think this is more than just a feeling.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word?
Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. And it could take the form of any species.
So it could be anyone.
He's gonna send an army to put you down.
Do you resent Hal Jordan?
The ring's always been mine. Jordan's just keeping it warm.
Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal?
I love how Sinestro looks.
Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. How about a beer?
All right, so 1 second here. All right, so that's Lantern. So I've seen some of the dialogue around this trailer. I honestly, this show, and I will say, I think the way that they marketed it initially wasn't bad, but the comic book movie community just in general would be on something different. You know what I mean, let's be perfectly honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants things kind of curated to their mindset of stuff and whatever. I personally think that this does not look. This looks really good. I like the whole, True Detective kind of vibe to it. I know there's rumors, which have kind of been verified for the most part, that Hal Jordan died in the first episode. It's not really a big deal necessarily, because there's a few things that they can do with that. He could die. He could come back. He could turn, he can transition into Parallax later, things like that. They are building a universe where he could come in and go out possibly, whatever that has to be. Now, they do have Kyle Chandler playing him, which does mean that it can be a, overall older version of the character, which I think, people have problems with, they don't like the fact that, the John Stewart aspect of it and him replacing him. That just gives more variations to a few things. They could have this happen, and they can still do a Green Lantern. They can do a Green Lantern solo still. You gotta think about it. They could get another actor who plays a younger version of Green Lantern that looks like a younger Kyle, Chandler. What's wrong with that? There's so many things that they can do, but it does kind of mess with the timelines a little bit. depending on how they do it. You know what I mean? I do get that. You got people complaining that they just want it to be more cosmic because Green Lantern is a cosmic story. He can be on Earth and be cosmic. There are elements that you can see of this, and who's to say that he doesn't go there and handle those, issues or do the things that he needs to do with that? I mean, I don't see what the problem is with it being a little bit of a Earth story, and then they go cosmic. They show aspects. I mean, look at Sinestro. That's a very comic accurate Sinestro, it looks like, and it's about blending those two worlds because we just got Supergirl, where they did the cosmic thing, but they did it just like Guardians of the Galaxy. And everybody was pissed at that. But Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the most cosmic iterations of, a comic book movie type thing that we have. Now, that fell flat, but it is what it is. Probably shouldn't have did Supergirl in the first place, to be perfectly honest. I'm all for this DCU, but they have stumbled on a few things. Superman 25 is not one of them. I don't want to hear that from nobody. But outside of that, I think that this looks really good. It looks like it'll be intriguing. It has a certain level of maturity to it, which is good because a lot of like the Snyderverse guys, the main thing they cry about is that world was more mature because, I guess Superman has to only be for adult males that are mature or whatever, I guess. That's a whole nother thing. But I personally think Lanterns looks really good. I think it's going to be good. I'm not 100% sold on Aaron Pierre as an actor in general. You know what I mean? He's really, I will say his manner of acting lends to a Jon Stewart because he's very one note. The same character that he has in Rebel Ridge is the same character that he seems to have in here. It's the same character that he had in the M. Night Shyamalan movie Old. So that's no surprise to me. But cool, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I personally don't have no complaints with it. It looks good. I think this is going to be a good addition to the DCU, along with Superman. They effed up Supergirl. Fine. Clayface looks like it's going to be fire, and they're building a world. They're not just building, one vision, and they're not trying to have just an overall just dark universe like the DCEU was. I think that's what people don't get and don't understand. They're trying to build a world where it has different aspects to it. Central City, like if the Flash comes in, his world his area has to be different from Gotham City and different from Metropolis and things of that nature. But whatever. I think it's cool. I think they're going in the right direction. Yeah, they had some hiccups, but whatever. Who gives a damn? You know what I mean? It is what it is. You're going to watch it. You're either going to watch it because you enjoy it, or you're going to watch it to hate on it. You know what I mean? And, so they're going to get their views one way or another. But I think this is a good direction for this. So, so be it. It's no complaints on my end. You know what I'm saying? And whilst we're actually here talking about that, I do want to talk about this whole DCU, everything that's going on. And actually what we're going to do next is we're actually going to watch a video from Movie Hubbub, because he actually did a video speaking on these. You know what? Let's just hop right over into